is being declared. Good morning, KZN. Good morning, Durban. On this brand new day, on this Thursday morning, Malungi Miende is my name, and I hope you're having a great time wherever you are at this morning. It's a beautiful, bright morning down here in Durban, and we believe it's going to be a great day. No time from now, Pastor Mervyn is already in studio, and very interesting topic we're sharing today. In fact, it's going to be ministering the word of the Lord, so you don't want to miss out. Stay tuned to 101.5 FM and tell someone to tune in. It's 101.5 the frequency.
We talk, Malungi.
And there's a feeling.
We talk.
Okay.
That'll be the subject we talk about. It's an interesting subject.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when there's no room? That's what Mary and Joseph had to deal with. Doors closing.
King of kings, author of life,
And there's no room.
creator of all things. No room. Yeah?
By the way, I spoke to this company that I'm going to go to Israel in 2025.
Oh.
There's one tour group already in Israel. 3 groups in Israel from our country.
When?
3 tour
For
groups. Now, they're there now.
I don't know.
Ah, this auntie called me Afrikaner lady. She says, German lady actually, German African. She says, no, the groups are there, Fundis, when are you going? The Minister of Tourism came and met them.
Don't know.
They were escorted. Bethlehem is closed.
And how did they go? Because
They flew up.
no, because South Africa for now is
No, they still went.
They
They
said
said when they
for
went there, the Minister of Tourism came and greeted them. The army escorted them. They're giving priority now to the tour group.
yeah. Well,
Unbelievable. I'll show you the call. And I'll show you the company I'm giving.
Jesus.
I'm amazed. I said, no, man, you're lying. She said, Pastor, the only area that's closed is Bethlehem. You can't go to Bethlehem. It's a no-go zone. But all the... Yeah. Bethlehem is closed. Shiloh is closed.
Yeah.
But a lot of
That's
sites...
amazing.
I was shocked. I said, you're
Wow.
lying, Mama, you're
So
lying.
which means it's gonna be 2024.
25.
Oh,
I'm not going next.
Oh.
She says, no, it's open. You can go now. I said,
Yeah.
no, 2025.
25. Okay. Let's go on for this.
Okay, I'm good.
It is 33 minutes after 10. Nguye Jehovah. Mfundisi,
What
there's
does
no God like.
Nguye... Oh, there's no God. Nguye.
But Nguye means he is the only.
Nguye. He is.
He is.
Oh, that's
he is.
powerful.
Yeah. Nguye. I hope that's the right.
Is that isiZulu?
isiZulu, yes, Nguye.
Your guys got it tough, man. There's isiZulu, Sotho. There's so many dialects and they're all close. Eh?
Yes.
How many do we have?
Xhosa.
14.
We've got 11.
11, eh?
11. Well, of course, they've
Oh,
included
there's so many
Mandarin.
tribes.
eh?
So many
South
tribes.
Africa.
Which tribe are you from, by the way?
A mixture of Xhosa and Zulu from Zulu.
Yeah.
Mervyn.
Xhosa is from where now? I know Zulu is KZN.
Xhosa is from Eastern Cape.
Eastern Cape.
Yeah,
Oh, my
so it's a
man.
mixture of.
Caroline is Xhosa, yeah. They're generally light-skinned people.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. No, I'm not so light skinned, but anyway, I guess I took my mother's side.
You're my complexion.
Yeah.
We chocolate brown.
We're brown. Oh, but yes, coming from heaven, and we had to land in the Zulu Xhosa.
Yeah, man, you know, I admire Malungi. Honestly, now I admire the isiZulu people because, in order for them to function right here in eThekwini, they have to learn. They have to first learn their language, which is isiZulu. Then they have to learn English, which becomes their second language.
Oh yes.
And I think I can't speak for everyone, but I have been lazy as a South African Indian, in that I haven't taken the time to learn isiZulu.
isiZulu.
When I first came to Highway, when we were in Pinetown,
Right.
I attended a board meeting,
Right.
and all these isiZulu pastors actually rebuked me.
Okay.
They said, "I went from this. No. We're not going to translate for you. If you're living here so long, why didn't you learn isiZulu?" I said, "Oh, gentlemen, I'm so sorry."
Since we are all Mkayas.
So, you know, I admire the guys, even my domestic worker, because she had to learn English in order to function. So that's the second language for many of our isiZulu
For many
speaking
of us,
people.
yes, yes.
So it's a challenge. It's a discipline.
True.
I think English-speaking people have been lazy not to learn
Other
the
languages.
other languages. Yeah, and I
Mm.
think we must be repentant of that. Our younger generation now, I'm finding that children that are going to school now, Indian children, white, colored, and so on, they now learning isiZulu
And Chinese also
and as a subject. Many of our children now know how to speak isiZulu because
Yeah.
it's a formal subject in the school, and
So-
our KZN has what about, I think, 5 million odd people. One of the largest provinces.
58.
No, 5.
Oh,
Our
you
just
mean
KZN.
our, yes.
So
yes.
to function in KZN, it's necessary to know the isiZulu language. So
That's true.
if you're young and you're in school, be diligent and learn a second language, which will open up additional doors for you, particularly when you're doing business and so on and so on.
Especially for the sake of fellowship.
Yeah, for the sake
us
of
as
fellowship.
believers,
Yeah.
you know, it's so nice when you can get to people and
I wish I could
just-
preach in Zulu. Honest to God, man. You know the late Erlo Stegen, this German gentleman from Kwasi Zabantu. He could speak in isiZulu
Oh, a pure.
so fluently to put the Zulus to shame. So he actually took the time to learn the proper, not the I'm talking about proper
Not
isiZulu.
Fanagalo.
Not Fanagalo.
No.
Yeah, he'll speak the proper language.
Yes, I've heard him make a speech and I was surprised, you know.
If you close your eyes, you think the Zulu
You
person
think
is
he's a
speaking.
Zulu
Hey,
person
this is.
speaking.
I saw one of these DA guys, man, and I'm sorry I'm mentioning the
Yeah.
politician. This white
Oh,
DA guy.
yes.
Young
I think
bloke.
I also saw something
Speaks
like that.
isiZulu
Speaking
quite
isiZulu
fluently.
and eating. I think I saw that.
Good
It
Lord, look at
went
this.
viral. It's a video that went viral.
That's a good thing. That's the new South Africa.
Mm.
The healthy new nation ahead of us.
There's also a post that I made just a while back of this one young white boy who sings. Now, you know, you get the Zulu sounds, which is from, how can I say,
Like what the
vernacular.
Like the
Vernacular.
clicking of your tongues and all those things.
You know those vernacular music
Yeah.
that is more, for example, your Tamil music.
Oh, nice.
Then you get your Zulu, traditional, more traditional. Yeah. So this white boy was doing that traditional. Now you must know that that is for certain group, even within the Zulus. You
The
understand?
deep.
The deep
Okay,
traditional,
okay.
music.
How in the world did he learn all that?
My goodness. And so he was standing in front of one of the traditional singers in South Africa, very well known guy, and he was singing one of his songs very fluently. And I was like, wow. Of course, it's not a gospel thing,
Yeah.
but I was just looking at the Ubuntu thing, that thing of just coming together and enjoying without,
The amazing thing is many of these children grew up in farms. And like Johnny Clegg, I'm from the Johnny Clegg.
Yes.
Johnny Clegg is from the farms in the Midlands.
Yeah, I remember he used to also sing.
He can sing Zulu so
Was it
fluently.
Bakanga or what?
Oh man, a whole lot of songs, man. Good Lord. And Johnny Clegg can dance.
Yes.
The traditional Zulu
And
dance.
he traveled all over the world.
So those are huge. Well, he's late now,
Yeah.
but they are people of color that have embraced the isiZulu tradition and made it a global thing. Took it onto a global platform.
But it's so beautiful when we can combine like that. It's 40 minutes after 10. Fundisa, today our topic, we're talking
I
about
forgot what I came to talk about.
room. No room.
There is no room.
There is
Maybe
no
we should
room.
just read the scripture. It's found in the Gospel of Luke. We're going into the Christmas season.
Yeah.
This is the nativity scene taken out from the Gospel of Luke. And remember, Luke is a physician. He's a medical doctor
By profession.
by profession. And actually, he was Paul's doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, the apostle, had a very serious eye ailment. And Luke was the one treating him.
Was that a thorn in his flesh?
No. It was a real. I sometimes think the thorn in the flesh was his wife, but anyway.
Oh!
And it came to pass, the Gospel of Luke chapter 2, and it came to pass in those days that they went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor over Syria, and all went to be taxed, everyone into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem. And Bethlehem actually means, in English, it means house of bread. Beth is house, Lehem is bread. And to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them.
For the King of
There
Glory.
was no room, and that's the focus that the Holy Spirit's been drawing my attention to. What do you do when there's no room? What do you do when there's no room for you in a company? What do you do when a door slams shut in your face? Think of Mary, 16 years of age, 9 months pregnant, seated on a donkey. Man, your grandma Malungi will never let you sit on a donkey if you are 9 months pregnant.
While pregnant.
I remember when Sharon was pregnant and we needed to take a drive up to Johannesburg, the doctor said you cannot drive a pregnant lady up to Johannesburg. It'll interfere with the baby in the womb. Now, what is Mary doing on a donkey? And why are they knocking on door upon door upon door in Bethlehem, and every door is closing in their face? Every door Joseph knocked on had one simple answer: we don't have any room for you, Joseph. We don't have any room for you. So I want to zero in on that and talk about that. I want you that are listening to consider that. Mary and Joseph had to deal with a spirit of rejection that was on the place of Bethlehem. Now I have questions, Malungi, but I'm asking myself, where is Mary's parents? Where is Mary's mother? Doesn't Mary have any sisters? Doesn't Mary have any family in Bethlehem? Knowing that a girl is 9 months pregnant, wouldn't your family make arrangements for you in Bethlehem? Hey, Mary and Joseph, you're coming to Bethlehem. Don't go anywhere. Come straight to my home. How is it that there's no family in Bethlehem?
Was it unbelief, maybe, for the fact that she got married of the Holy Ghost? So they
whatever the reason, can your family reject you? Can your family would your family say no to you in your time of greatest need? Will your family shut the door on you at the time of your greatest need? If you were 9 months pregnant and your water has already broken, the baby is ready to come out, will someone actually say no to you?
Sometimes culture of the day.
That's the challenge. And that's what we need to deal with. I am pastoring Malungi. I don't know how we got to 30 years of... I'm pastoring now 30 years full-time. I don't know how I arrived at this number 30 years so quick. In my journey, I've only had one pastor in my life. When I got saved, I only went to one church. I had one pastor. I stayed in that church, completed my Bible studies. Although I went to Durban Christian Center as a Bible college, I still was in only one local church. Until that local church asked me to leave. When I left my local church, only one I've ever been to, when I left, I didn't go and open a church. By then, I was already active in ministry. I joined another church and went on staff as a pastor on staff. That church finally fired me. They were going through some changes. So if you're asking me, do you know what rejection is? Yes. Mervyn Naidu, have you been on the street? Yes. When I was young, I was thrown on the street as a young man. I had nothing. And on the street, a family, a complete family that has no connections to me, gave me a room to stay for one night. Well, that one night ended up into a few years that I lived with them.
Sure.
So I have first-hand experience. One, can your family reject you? Yes. I experienced that. I can talk about it. I lived and walked the journey. Can a church fire you? Yes, I was in a church, and a church did fire me. Recently I met with that pastor that fired me. He's now 70. I've met with him and I thanked him. As a pastor, took him out for breakfast, him and his dear wife, and I said to them, I hold no bitter. I want to say this to you, Pastor. I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I want to say thank you to you for firing me. If you did not fire me from the church, I would not have pioneered Cornerstone Church. The only reason Cornerstone exists is because you let me go. You said to me, and those many years ago, he said to me, Mervyn, you are not this church material. You don't fit in here. You're not our guy, kind of, what did he say? You are not, I don't want to use his church name. He said, you are not dash material. You are not this church kind of material. And I was earning 1,200 Rand back in the day. And I was renting a place by then. I was actually renting a place from my school principal. My school principal knew I was thrown out on the street, so he gave me a little place. And I was renting with him. I was paying 1,200 Rand. That was my rent, and I was just getting through life. As I was single at that time. When I was fired from church, man, everything came crashing down. All the doors. I'm thinking, what am I going to do next month? I got no training in anything else. I can't fit a tire. I can't change a light bulb. All I did now is Bible school. And what do I do now? Where do I go? And that journey, that no from that particular pastor, whom I love, I have nothing against. In fact, we had breakfast. We prayed together. I sowed a seed in his life that morning. And I said, really, I said, thank you. I said to him, Pastor, you remember you fired me? He said, no, Mervyn, I didn't fire you. I said, no, you fired. He said, no, I didn't fire you, man. I said, no, you didn't. You fired me. But I'm here to say that. And we laughed. We laughed like how we're laughing now. And I said, I'm here to say thank you, Pastor. Because my journey in finding who I am and discovering what the Lord wants for me as a man included you saying no. So when someone says no to you, when a door slams shut in your face, when someone rejects you, you need to hear God's voice in that rejection. You need to understand every door that closed on Mary's face, every door Joseph knocked on, and they said to him, no, there's no room for you, Joseph. No, there's no room for you, Joseph. Oh, please, please. My wife's water is, but she's going to I'm sorry, we are packed. There's nothing we can do. Now, I found out here in Durban alone, if you walk down here, and I'm doing it all the time, there are homeless people. There are people sleeping on the street corners on cardboard boxes. There are people in your street right now that are rummaging through your bin bags looking for food. And we have somehow or the other, we have hardened our hearts. We turn away from the homeless. We turn away from the poor. We ignore the fact that right here in Durban, there's a prison. Westville Prison exists. And in Westville prison are prisoners. And these prisoners are human beings. There's a female prison with females. I'm talking about young people and elderly people, females that are prisoners. Some of them are part of our school and studying and so on. But have you visited the prisoner? Have you extended a hand of mercy to the poor? Did you reach out to that homeless person? Do you know we have orphanages here in Durban that are housing children? Children that are innocent. Children that have been abandoned. Pastor Mervyn, what are you saying? Well, we're entering into the Christmas season now. Jesus said, if you do it to the least, if you hand a glass of water to the least one of these people, Jesus said, you've done it unto me. Jesus also said, have you visited the prisoner? And we need to ask ourselves, I have to ask myself that, Mulungi. Have I visited a prisoner? Did I buy a block of soap, maybe do you know what these prisoners really want? They're not asking you for KFC, buy me a brand new suit. They're asking you, can I have a block of soap? Can I have a tube of toothpaste? Would you get me a new toothbrush? Can I have a towel to have a bath with, to wipe my... These are the things these prisoners want. And all of us, you may be saying, oh, Pastor, I got my own shit. Listen, all of us can get someone a block of soap. All of us can extend to someone a toothbrush. That's what with these ears, I've heard it out of their mouth. Pastor, no, Pastor. Can you get me a block of soap, Pastor? Can I have a new toothbrush, Pastor? Please, just a towel. If you give me a towel. These are the things the prisoners want. They're not asking you for R1 million, buy me a new car. Can I have toothpaste? Can I have some polish? Many of them, I heard, ask for airtime because they want to either speak to their children, they want to speak to their wife, they want to speak to a loved one. Can you please buy me some airtime? Please, some airtime. I don't know how many times I heard that.
Sure.
Now, are we really as a church, are we really as believers reaching out to the people that are around us? Or are we the ones saying no? Are we the ones rejecting the poor? Jesus said, have you visited the prisoner? Have you visited the widow? Have you visited the orphan? These are the people we're supposed to minister to daily.
Right.
What about the children with no parents? Some children have been abandoned, thrown. Beautiful children. I know you're working with children. Yeah. These children have done nothing. They've just been born. And for whatever reason, parents have abandoned them. And they're living in an orphanage. They're living in a home. Oh, man. You know, the most painful thing is going to an orphanage. I don't know. I can't stomach it. It breaks my heart every time to see this gorgeous children, beautiful children.
I think I just get excited when they get excited.
When they see you, they just jump all over.
The littlest of things that you bring them,
yeah.
They appreciate like it's no one's business. And many a times, going back to children, you don't even have to bring so much. Just that small toy, or that new t-shirt, that new pants, or, you know, sometimes we, the ones that we work with, sometimes we even give them second-hand stuff, but they are the joy you will see, you know, and you realize that there's so much more that we can do as the church, as you're saying, Fundisi. Sometimes it's not, I mean, I know the focus is on what can I do for my children? How can I make my family happy? You know, you think about that turkey, you're thinking about, you know, Thanksgiving and how we want to
self-focused, focused on ourselves.
But
and
sometimes it's just that little bit.
It's a little
to
thing.
share. Yeah, that's so true.
You know, I have Makotis passing my house.
Oh, right.
That carry these things on their head, mealies,
nuts. The Excel.
They said they're going past.
Oh, they're called Makotis.
What you call them? I call them Makoti.
Makoti is a new bride.
A Makoti is a new bride?
Yes.
That's why they like me so much. I say Makoti was a Makoti. A Makoti is a new bride.
It's a bride, like a new bride.
Lord have mercy. Bride, I don't know how many old mamas are called Makoti. So I call them Makoti. I say, Makoti, come inside. I invite them inside. And I give them some, please, I don't know how they carry this thing on their head. Please put it down, mama. Sit down. And I say to Carol, give this, make something for the mama, with it some tea, coffee, some sandwiches. Now they do it themselves. Carol does it herself. She doesn't wait for me. And these mamas now know when they're coming through the road where I'm living, they come in at the gate
to sell there.
Not to sell. They come there to have a rest. Right. I bring them in. I go to an area. They sit down. They have a rest, refreshing, and go back. These are little things.
So
it's not a big thing. It's a little thing. There's so much of food at home. We four of us can't eat everything. I mean, Sharon cooks, so I share them. I say to her all the time, what are we going to do with so much of food? You cook so much of food. Who's going to eat it? Four of us can't eat all this food. Let's take this here, give it to someone. Let's invite someone home. Let's bless this place. She said, oh, you take everything. You take everything. I said, man, Share.
You know?
Yeah, you're saying?
Why did you put this? Years back, we were at a conference in Joburg, and one of the speakers, her name is Sarah Omaku. I don't know if you know her from Nigeria, and she was sharing about how, as the church, we need to be more kinder to others, because you never know that other person. And she made an example, saying you going to that same church down the road, you are passing your fellow, your fellow,
Whatever. Community members, brothers,
church
sisters,
members,
church
members, and you are passing them. You are going to the same church, but you are passing them on the road.
Oh,
in
you
your
never
car,
give them a
alone.
lift.
Yes, you are
Ah.
driving. So she would say, you are driving your car alone. You are living in your 7-bedroom alone.
Something to think about.
Imagine, and you're going to heaven one day with the same people.
Yeah. See?
Mm.
We need to, I think, and don't wait for the church. Many times we're waiting for the church as an organization to do something. You're waiting for Pastor Mervyn to do something. I'm here to say, listen, I'm doing my own things as a man. I'm a man first. I'm a father and a husband. I'm reaching out to people around me all the time, consistently. I can give you example after example, but what are you doing? You're a born again Christian.
Right.
Jesus is your Lord. What are you? Is that the time?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Newsman. I'm so sorry. Good Lord. So think about room. Make room in your heart. My invitation to you is make room in your heart for the poor. Make room in your heart for the needy. Make room in your heart for the prisoner. Do something for someone else. This Christmas 2023, whether it's a block of soap, whether it's a tube of toothpaste, whether you buy a child some stationery, maybe you can buy someone's child a pair of shoes, maybe you can buy someone's child a dress. There's something all of us, every one of us can do something.
Small.
I'm extending something small. I'm extending an invitation to you to reach out to someone during this Christmas season. The Lord bless you. I'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
Fundisi, thank you so much. Wow. As the church, we have this. It's not a challenge, but
It's
it's
a call,
it's a
a
call
desperate
for all of
plea.
us to actually reach out to one. And if I can reach out to one or to two, and one can reach out to others, we can all cover a number of communities. Wow. And then we shall be known by our love, by others who are
This shall
outside.
all men know.
No.
By this, that you are my disciple. If you love one another.
Amen. Yeah, the newsman is right here.
Tell me about the Durban port, the president, the ANC. Come on.
Thank you so much.
Bless you.
Yeah.